And you know, when I look around the room, it's quite clear to me there's a lot of expertise, there's a lot of experience, and importantly, there's a lot of passion in the room for this agenda. And I think that's going to really help now in terms of galvanising us as an ecosystem, but also taking this work to the next level in terms of agency and impact. And obviously that's really important when around the corner is the publication of the white paper we're anticipating from central government. So here in Greater Manchester, we often talk about doing things differently, and we pride ourselves on this in Greater Manchester. And for me, that isn't just political rhetoric, it's not just a phrase we band around, it actually means something. And it's not about just doing things differently for the sake of difference. For me, in Greater Manchester, there is a relentless commitment, if you like, to things like public sector reform, really thinking about the wider determinants of health and well-being, tackling inequalities and poverty, and acknowledging that inequalities and poverty are sometimes as a consequence of the system in which we find ourselves. And we're talking about structural inequalities and structural causes of poverty there. Too often do we talk about these things as though they're simply matters for individuals or communities, and it's about the agency of the self to somehow get yourself out of these issues. That isn't the case. We acknowledge that here in Greater Manchester, and we embed it into a lot of our strategy and policy, and importantly, decision-making and agency in terms of how we move forward. But I think what also makes us different is we genuinely embed lived experience and co-production. This is a real priority for the Mayor of Greater Manchester, and it informs a lot of our policy strategy work, and informs also the decision-making we take across the system. I'll pop my papers down there, if that's right. So we're really proud to be at the forefront of the gambling harms agenda here within the public sector. And that's from many of the community projects we're talking about across Greater Manchester, so the role of the community, voluntary and social enterprise sector on this agenda, to things like the Odds Are They Win campaign, so being very public about how we want to see progressive change to tackle some of these issues. And we're changing the way, ultimately, we do things here in Greater Manchester. So wherever you are, if you like, on the gambling harms journey, it's really great to have you with us talking about how we build on what we've done today, how we learn on what we've done today, and importantly, how we accelerate that and put into practice to influence what's happening across the country and beyond Greater Manchester.